mostly so I can just record everything, so I don't have to remember what happened. All right, cool. We're live. All right, yes. So let's backtrack real quick, and I'll just recap because it's been like 3 weeks. You guys were in the Dwarven Nation. You defeated a bunch of monsters, got some cool stuff. Traded one emerald staff for a staff with an orb on it. You guys made your way back to Ugrin. I did some business there. Joel's looking to get his bag enchanted. Gotram's looking to get some his the eyes that he found enchanted. And then you guys headed back to where the guild was. You haven't been here in several weeks now. So, Gotram, one of the things that you needed, the catalyst for getting that eye enchanted, was a tuft of wolf's fur.
Yep.
Yep.
And I asked Gray for if I could politely have some of his hair for the turn and see if it could help me get my eyeball working. And I think he said yes.
He was being consumed by ants.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I'll ask you again. I would like a little piece of your hair just to help out.
Sure.
Cool. All right, so yeah, he gives you some hair. You cut it off, and you take it back to the guy up in Ugrin, hand it to him, no issues, and then you come back to town and wait for him to finish it up. Probably take another day or so. So you're back in town. We'll posit that since you guys came into Ugrin, that 3 days have passed. So not that you're necessarily keeping track, but it's Wednesday, June the 2nd, in game, and so what are you guys doing around Ugrin? I mean, what are your characters trying to accomplish?
Clancy's finalizing plans for future development of Minotaur territory.
Yeah. Oh, also, Gotran, yours and Clancy's home is right here.
Okay.
Once he hears word that Gotran's back in town, he's going to run to his hubby.
Yeah. And Gray, what would you be trying to accomplish? You've got basically a week's worth of downtime. What are you looking to accomplish?
Where's my character sheet? I don't know. I guess for a little while, me and Simba will go train or something.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go. I don't know. Traps. I don't know. I don't know. The Coliseum doesn't have anything in it, so we can't just go. Yeah, we'll go train in the Coliseum.
All right. Yeah.
That seems big enough. That seems.
We'll have
useful.
Simba kidnap animals, and you'll fight them.
Like Pokemon?
I mean,
you know what? It'd be really fun.
Gray, I choose you.
What about orphan fights? I'm just saying.
I don't think that's a good idea.
They have to train anyways. Why don't you train with the kids?
All right. So something that's developed since you guys have been away is that a local newspaper has sprung up, and so there's a small little team of people putting together a newspaper. They're sort of gathering information from around the continent, and you obviously, there's no way to test the accuracy of the information, so you just get what you get. But what have any of you picked up and read a newspaper?
Fiamma would probably read often.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So you pick up the weekly paper, and the headlines are as follows, right? Trade between nations ceases. Famed troll analyst Rave Damsey predicts shortages may lead to economic downturn. So another headline: Minotaur Nation under siege. Northern port decimated. There's another headline. Town of Garitz evacuated, which is the port town up north. But your characters haven't been there. There's another headline. Daughter of Duke Hrothgar still missing. Tensions between the capital and major trade port rising. There's another headline. Elven assassin that murdered firstborn Crown Prince Dunnigan has been tried and executed. The sentence was carried out privately to subdue any Fey sympathizers. Which you guys obviously know to be a lie. And then also underneath that, in a smaller headline, Prince Dorian discusses his plans for the Dwarven Kingdom now that he is to be the future king.
Nice.
So, those are things that you know to be going on in the world, according to the news anyways. So, on top of that, Clancy, there's, where's that? Yeah, so there's been some rising concerns over the new Minotaur occupancy here in the town. And there's some of the Minotaurs have approached you. And the sort of the lead Minotaur has said to you that in particular there's a satyr over in the merchant square who's charging the Minotaurs double what he's charging anyone else.
That's racist.
I'll go have a talk with him.
Yeah. Cool.
I like to come along too.
Yeah. Cool.
We must
And
never be separated again.
So yeah. So you get up there and there's this satyr and he's selling leather goods and then also some fabrics as well. And he says, hello, fine customer. Please come up. Come sport my wares.
Hello, magical goat man.
He says, it's a satyr. No, it's not a goat. It's technically different.
That's satirical.
He says, I see you're a man of the words.
Why are you charging my boys extra?
Your boys? I don't see any small, large-headed children running around here.
I'm gonna transform my head.
Okay. Report.
Cool, it's gonna be a Minotaur head. And
All
I'm gonna pull off the mask. My boys!
He says, oh, you're one of them.
Nope, but close enough.
He says, I charge what is fair to each patronage.
But this is an adventuring town, you see. Everyone is equal here.
He says, I know my rights. I'm a private merchant. I can do as I please.
You may be private, but not if you're murdered.
Oh,
He says, are you threatening me?
No, we're just threatening your privates.
He says, aren't you a dwarf?
Aren't you a swindler?
He
I'm
says,
gonna re-change my head into a dwarf head. And then take my mask back off. You wouldn't do that to a fellow dwarf, would you?
he says, what is this trickery?
Adventure.
He says, listen, I don't have time. You're blocking the other customers. Are you buying anything or not?
That depends. Now, let's say I were to make these Minotaurs guards of this town. Would you so wrongfully treat them then?
He says, why would you make Minotaurs guard of this town? Don't Minotaurs oppress people like you?
Yes, which means they could oppress outsiders.
He says, what are you even talking about?
You see, these guys owe me a bit of a debt.
Are they?
Meaning that I have their control.
He says, do you possess the Minotaurs as slaves?
Slaves? We don't like that term.
He says, what
Call
term?
them indentured servants.
What term do you like? Indentured servants.
Clancy not liking the word slaves.
He says, "You're still a man of the words, I see." He says, "What would it take to make you go away, sir?"
Hmm.
You give
Charge
Minotaurs
them
a
a
10,
fair price.
10% discount.
Discount. My prices are already rock bottom.
So are your testicles.
Jeez.
He kind of looks down and he's like, "No, no, they're not."
Not yet.
He says, "Fine, I will charge the Minotaurs same as anyone else. That's the best I can
Go for a
do."
knuckle bump with Gotron.
Say it
I
again.
go for a knuckle bump with Gotron.
Yeah, I return it and do the little explosion.
In that case, here's 50 gold. Have a good day.
He says, "What?" And he takes the gold and he's like biting it to see if it's okay. And he like sort of like quickly just shuffles it into like a purse, you know.
I'm rich, bitch.
And cool. So also you've heard there's a new kobold enchanter in town.
Ooh. Not Clancy, but Fiamma would go there.
Okay. So I guess we switch gears. So once again, also in the traders market is where you're going to find the kobold enchanter. So if Fiamma's walking up, there's a sign over his booth that spells enchanter, but it's like spelled wildly incorrectly.
No.
It's like
Oh no.
it's like INGCHENTOR.
It's fucking awful.
And it's like this. It's like a 4-year-old wrote it. Right? It's real scribbly and whatever.
Is that the enchanter I'm thinking it is? Because if it is, that means my character is with him. my dumb, whatever. I don't even remember who he was. I don't even remember his name. Okay.
So yeah.
God.
While I'm perusing around, I assume I'll approach.
Yeah. He says, "Hello, hey, oh, look at you! You come here! You come to me, and I enchant things for you. Yes.
How good of an enchanter are you?
He says, "Oh, my master was a great enchanter."
Then where's your master?
He says, "Oh, he died, I'm afraid. Yes, but I am his student. I am his student, and I am an enchanter as well. Look, I have this." And he pulls out a spork.
God dang it. Yep, it is.
Well, let's see what I can do for you. Or let's see what you can do for me.
He says, yes, I can enchant some things.
Like?
I have this spork. I enchanted it myself, and when you put it into things, it creates lukewarm heat.
What the?
That is mildly amusing.
He says, "Yes, you buy?
Maybe.
Good. Yes. Also, I have, and he starts ruffling around down inside, like his underneath the bench, and he pulls out it's like a poorly carved wooden elephant. He says, I enchanted these too," and he puts it down, and then he pushes down on the tail, and water like comes out of the nose of the elephant, but it's like just like a little bit. It's like a trickle. He says, "See, the elephant spits out water."
That's cute. How
Yes.
much is that?
He says, "Oh, I have excellent prices. It is only 7 bronze."
That'll be worthwhile. I'll purchase that from you.
He says, "Oh, great. Yes, I can maybe afford to feed my 40 children and
Oh, it definitely is.
and my very large wife."
I don't
Very
have
large
change.
one.
Here's a silver.
Oh, you are too kind. You are so kind. Oh, I praise your name. What is your name?
Fiamma.
Oh, praise you, Fiamma. I will tell everyone how generous you are.
Now, how much would it be to enchant something for me?
Oh, it depends on but for you, anything.
I'm gonna pull out one of the dragon masks from way the fuck back when and be like, what could you do with this?
Oh, I see. This dragon mask. Oh, let's see. Oh, it's fine craftsmanship. Oh, you know, I don't want to alarm you, but, well, I used to work in a town called Macratir, and these very same masks were used in a kidnapping, but long ago. Maybe not that long ago. Time is very. You know what? Just be careful with this mask because people might think that you are a criminal.
Me? No.
Oh, no, I am not saying you are so generous. You are definitely no criminal. But these masks. So maybe what I could do for you is, I think I could enchant this mask so that it appears slightly blurry to the naked eye.
Okay.
Slightly blurry.
Yes.
You might have.
How much for that?
Ah.
You know what? I don't care. Here's 2 more silver.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it might take me a day or two.
This is quite amusing. I like this little fellow.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Maybe you come by my house later, and you can meet my children and my exceptionally large wife.
Sure.
Oh,
So-
fantastic.
While I'm here in the market, could you point me to somewhere that sells metals?
Right.
Uh,
You'll be okay.
Let's see. Metals. Yes. Well, there is a blacksmith. It's just over there, and he points to what is obviously a blacksmith station. He says they could possibly sell you some metals there.
Thank you. And then I'll leave.
Yeah. He says, yes, come again. When you come back to get the mask, I will have an invitation for you to my house.
Okay.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I miss you.
FYI, I'm not taking that elephant with me anywhere. It's just gonna go over to the orphans.
Okay.
Be like, that'll be something amusing for them.
Right. Yeah, that's going on. Also, Gray, when you walk by, you and Simba, when you walk by the statue of Simba's mom, Simba stops for a second. He just starts staring at it, and he says, "Pops."
Sure. What's up?
Yeah. He says, was that always there?" And there's definitely some like slanderous graffiti on like some of the statue.
No.
He says, "Yeah, I didn't think so. Who would do that?"
I don't know, but they're going to die.
He says, "That's awful." And then,
Yeah.
then he starts blowing.
Can I
He starts blowing fire on it and sort of trying to burn away some of the like ink and stuff.
Stop.
Oh,
Not.
no,
Yeah.
no.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, how do you propose we clean it?
Let me smell it first.
Okay.
I'm guessing. What do you want me to roll on for that?
Roll on.
Roll on sniff.
Yeah, roll on sniff. I guess let's go with intellect.
Oh well, that's gonna help. Absolutely not. All right. Oh yay! I get a. Okay. There's no. Okay.
Yeah.
What do I? Can I smell basically? If I can smell this again.
Yeah, it's like a mixture of like mud and tar. If you're looking for, are you looking for?
I'm looking for the scent of where I could probably find this.
Yeah. The scent. it smells like human.
Okay.
Yeah. And maybe like young human, like maybe like kids, or adolescents.
Looks like Simba's gonna be some fucking kids. Anyway,
Cool. Do you want to take some time to investigate the town, see what you can't find?
definitely.
Okay, cool.
He can breathe fire on it now and get rid of
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Thanks, Pops.
Well, actually, no, because I want it to be evidence. No.
No.
No,
Okay.
never mind. No, because that needs to stay there. So there needs to be evidence of it. Because if it's not there, and I accuse somebody and bring them to it, I won't be able to accuse them of it.
Yeah. And then so as you're sort of like walking away, also Thomas stops you. The giant like skeleton minotaur thing that you had. And he's like, "Oh, hey, Gray.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man. I just want to say thank you again, guys, for like giving me a place to stay and freeing me from the labyrinth and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, where are you staying at? You're really big.
Yeah. Well, Mist had him a house built back here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, he could work in the Coliseum.
Well, he's sort of near it. Well, and he
Definitely.
was going to be the receptionist at the guild hall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, never mind that
He
then.
could also help train the little ones. He could train our younglings.
Yes, until he accidentally swipes and kills one.
Oh, come on. Thomas is a gentle giant.
He's still a giant skeleton minotaur.
Yeah, it might be a little traumatizing, but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surprised everybody in the town is okay
Yeah.
with this giant minotaur here, but
Well, we've got a fucking kobold enchanter.
There it is.
also true.
Okay.
Yes, I want to investigate town and ask questions. Hey, Thomas, did you see anybody do this? Did you see anybody ever like around here at any point in time?
He
Like
says,
maybe drawing on this?
I was just sort of like sitting on my front porch. I guess it was
How much you- probably
my
like
second
1,000.
night here, and yeah, I think I saw some like I don't know if they were dwarves or gnomes or maybe kids of some sort. I don't know. They were like, it was dark, and they were around playing around the dragon.
Okay. All right.
I think it was 3 of them.
So
Who's gonna be
you
there?
said there were kids.
Yeah.
All right. First place I'm going to investigate. I don't think they would do it, but we're at least going to go talk to them because they're around the kids. Is the
What do you have
orphan.
left? About $6,000. You think? But we didn't use all of it.
Actually,
So we need to put $6,000.
well, it's outside here, and this is the guild hall. I'm going to go investigate in the guild hall. Go see if anybody else has seen.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, so
Kids
the only people that are really ever in the guild hall as it is right now are Melody, Mist.
Okay.
Mist's mom is obviously sleeping there. The troll, Gorm, and you guys whenever you visit, but that's pretty much it. No one's actually ever been inducted into the guild other than like those
Okay,
people.
well, then we're definitely going to go, like, walk around town then and ask some questions about the kid. Or we're going to go find the kids.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, let's say as you're investigating, you can probably like sniff and see if you can't find the
Yeah.
pick up their scent or
Yeah.
whatever.
That'll also work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So as you're sort of sniffing their scent, you can follow. You sort of follow it, and it goes across the bridge and over here, and it starts leading you like this way.
All right.
So you get here to this little outskirt town, and it sort of
Right?
gets lost in this little area around here.
You'll be fine.
Okay. All right. I guess we're going to search around.
I mean, do you enlist the help of anyone else, or
Oh no, this is probably my problem.
Okay, cool.
Mine and Simba's problem.
Has Gatrin been in this town before?
No, this is his very first time.
Okay, so Clancy will probably be leading Gatrin around, showing him all the cool things.
Cool. So we can pause it though, as Gray and Simba are hurriedly sniffing their way out. They would pass by you. Perhaps you guys were leaving. So you guys had built this governing building. This is sort of the like capital building of the town, and which I believe is where Boku, the mecha bear, is. I believe Boku is the working.
The left behind Mecha Bear.
Yeah, he works here in that. So you guys coming out, and you see Gray and Simba, and Gray is like got a fire in his step.
Hey, Gatrin. Hey,
Listening.
Want to secretly follow him?
Let's do it. Why not?
So now, Gottrin, you just met a giant mechanized robot with a bear's head.
Impressive.
Yeah, but it's also a child.
Okay.
Yeah, and let's see, who was even a part of that? Was Fiamma a part of the second round of the professor?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So would she have explained kind of that scenario? Oh no, because you were Clancy. He's with Clancy though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Clancy wouldn't have known. Other than like Clancy knows that they have a mecha bear, which is just weird.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. I've been thinking about selling it.
Cool. So
Mecha Bears.
yeah. So yeah, you guys are just like secretly following behind. So Gray, you get into this town with Simba, and Simba says, "Pops, do you think we should ask around or something?"
We definitely should ask around.
Okay, cool. Who do we ask?
I don't know, because I don't know. What do I see around?
Yeah, so I mean, it's sort of a tiny little bustling town. There's people out and about doing stuff, walking the streets, going in and out of buildings. You know, this appears to be some sort of church. And
You said it was like, was it a paint or was it more like just
like
mud?
tar and mud.
Okay, well, I try to sniff where I can find. Well, if there's tar, there's got to be only a few places that there's tar in town.
Yeah.
Well, I see if I is there. Do I need to check to see if I can sniff that out too?
Well, I mean, just ask around, right?
Tar.
See if you can ask somebody like, "Hey,
Right.
where would I get tar?"
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah. So you just approach a random passerby.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Alright.
So you see like you know, some men out and about getting supplies and stuff like that. You see some women coming out of like a little bit of a tiny little market, and there are kids around too. So I would assume you probably ask one of the dudes. So when you ask, he's like, tar? Yeah, I mean, you could probably get some tar over at the lumber mill. I think they use it some. I mean, also, I think the old mill house down there, it's got some tar too. And so, I mean, those are the places I know you might get it. So, basically points out this building here, and this one back here.
So which building? I saw the second one. What's the first one?
This one.
Okay. So we're gonna go over here first. Wait, which is which?
So that's a like a
Mill's
mill.
over there, I'm guessing.
That's
This-
a lumber yard.
Okay. So
And this is like a water mill.
we're gonna go here first because I'm sure people work here.
Yeah. So yeah, you get up that way, and you see it's like a what are they? Where's my thing? I need my GM notes. It's like they matter or something.
Only slightly.
Yeah. People by location. Sorry. No. Yep. Cool. So it's a family of centaurs, and
Oh, fucking great. Okay.
yeah, so I mean, yeah, there's a couple of guys working there, and there's some like younger, like maybe teenage looking centaurs, and they're just like processing wood in there.
Okay. I go up to the older centaurs because I don't want to talk to fucking children, except Simba. Uh, and I ask them or inquire to see if I can ask them about their tar they have here, or
Hey, Gatrin, he's talking to centaurs. I wonder if he wants to fuck them.
yes, I inquire to figure out if they have any tar and they've seen any children, or if they've somebody's been asking for it, or
Yeah.
do they keep it in a special location where people can't just grab it?
He says, tar. Yeah, I mean, we got buckets of this stuff right over there, and there's like, you see these like large like barrels, like wooden like casks, like by the side of the thing, and they're just like full of tar. He says, yeah, it's great when we're doing the roofs of the houses. Yeah, you put the tar down, it keeps everything from leaking.
All right. I don't know if you keep an inventory of it, but has any of it gone missing? Have you seen maybe some children playing around it, or?
Children? No, this ain't no place for kids.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, we
What,
had
let me stop you there, son. What you getting at?
well, there's been some graffiti on a statue up the way, and it seems to be
Up the way?
taught.
You talking up there at the big town?
Yes,
We don't go up there. Those people too highfalutin for us.
highfalutin.
Yeah, think they're special or something.
I don't know about all that. Have you been? You should go up there. I don't think there'll be anything wrong with it.
He says, yeah, we've been up there, but it's too rich for our blood. We're just simple people living the simple life, trying to stay out of trouble.
Okay, well, as I was saying, there's been some. You're the only place that has tar, and I got a really good nose at sniffing out where it came from. So it's downwind through here. So we don't have tar there. So this is the only place I could come. There's one other place I could go check, but somebody has vandalized.
I can't see that being us. We got no
I'm
reason.
not saying it's you. I'm not saying it's you. Somebody. I mean, might have been kids playing around, or just it's not really a statue you should be messing with at all.
He
So
says,
I'm just trying to figure out who did it.
well, maybe I don't know.
what's going
Maybe you check down by the river. The Boddington boys. They like to get into trouble. Bunch of rapscallion little human boys. They tried to mount and ride my my little Ellie, a couple weeks ago. Gave
Your little Ellie?
my daughter, yeah, it's thought tried to treat her like a horse. Pop one in the eye, and yeah, the townspeople didn't like that though. They called me a monster.
Sounds pretty funny to me.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought.
I would have just ate him, but anyway, moving along. All right, thank you. Seems like you guys are kind of. Wait a minute. So you guys are minotaurs, right? So I mean,
Centaurs.
or centaurs?
Yeah.
Okay, they're centaurs. All right. Let's see. Let's give them 25 gold for their trouble.
Bang! You just making people like dumb wealthy all over the place.
Don't
Make
you?
it rain.
Yeah. Here's 25 gold for your trouble.
He says, what is this
Don't
for?
worry about it.
He says,
You
we
gave
can't
me just information.
we can't accept this, sir. That's
Yes, you can.
we're not to be bought.
How about this? I'm not buying you. I am absolutely not buying you. How much do you eat?
How much do I a normal amount?
Okay. Well, you're not poor. You said you don't like going up there because it's too rich for your blood.
He says, yeah, people always throwing around their money, kind of like you are right now.
not throwing around money. I'm just thanking you for pointing me in the right direction or a direction.
He says, "Well, we can't
How
accept
about
we can't accept money for nothing. Maybe
Okay,
maybe we
all
could do a
right.
job for you."
Okay, how about this?
Let me ride your daughter. Let me ride your daughter.
I need you to build me series of traps that would hold a bear and other large creatures.
He says, "I guess we could do that. How many? I mean, for this kind of money, I mean, we could make him till we died."
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, you know what? Okay for 25 gold, and whatever else you need. I need you to make me series of traps because, you know, maybe we need monsters or other things that you come by the Coliseum and watch people fight, and don't worry about ever having to pay to get in. Just tell them you know Gray, and you'll get right in to watch the
He
show.
says, "Listen, you're not some like weirdo who's like,
Nope.
got people trapped in a basement or something, are you?"
I would never trap people.
From the bushes.
He says, "Well, we'll make them if that's what you really want."
Yeah, just the whole, I'm not up for just killing anything. I just certain things that we can fight and train in the Coliseum.
And
It's not like
where would you like these delivered to?
I don't know the Coliseum. I'm sure it's got a basement.
I lean over and tell my big-headed friend, if he builds it, they will come.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know. Deliver them to the Coliseum.
Okay, we can do that. Also, where's the Coliseum? It's hidden back in the woods.
It's up in Bougie Land.
Yeah, it's up in Bougie Land. Hey, there. You know what? There's a. Okay. Don't freak out when I say this because I'm sure they haven't seen the bone Minotaur. No. Okay, so there's a Minotaur that lives up there. He's a special Minotaur. Trust me, you'll know him when you see him.
He's special.
He says Minotaurs. Oh,
When you go up.
Jesus.
Wait a minute. Do you not like Minotaurs either? Is there a problem? Do we have a problem?
Look, he says, I ain't trying to cause no trouble. He says, Centaurs did good work for the Minotaurs for a long time. But after that business with the gods,
Look, he's not your normal looking Minotaur.
He says, all right, you got like one eye or something?
No, he's all bones. And when I say all bones, it's a giant skeleton Minotaur. He's really nice. He's a really nice Minotaur. He's a special magic Minotaur.
He leans over to
promise you.
He leans over to his buddy that's over there, and he's like, I think this guy might be on some of the dust.
I can hear you. I have really good hearing too.
Sorry. It's just.
No offense.
It's
I know
pretty
it
unbelievable.
sounds crazy. It sounds crazy.
You know
Hey,
what? We'll find the Coliseum. Don't you worry about it.
Okay, we'll just go up there and ask where the Coliseum is, and just tell him you're doing a job for Gray to deliver those traps.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
We're
do.
going down here.
Yeah. Roll a discern realities for me, Gray. You definitely noticed that Fiamma and Gotrin are following you.
Oh yeah, we were talking in the woods the whole time.
I can see you guys.
No, you can't.
I take a few branches and sprinkle them over Clancy's head.
Hey, Simba, look around and see if you see Gotrin and Clancy's aura.
I'm gonna stand inconspicuously, looking like a tree.
Is Clancy still like
In a suit?
telepathically tied to Simba?
Yes.
Probably always.
Simba, say no.
And he thinks back to you. He's like, "Are you sure? Pops doesn't seem like he's in a good mood right now."
It'll be funny.
Okay. Pops, I don't see them anywhere.
See, told you.
I can fucking hear them. I look over at him. I'm like, you know what? I don't care.
I'm not
Let's
even
go.
bent down in the bush. I'm standing straight up.
Let's just go find these soggy bottom boys or whoever they said they
Yes,
were.
soggy bottom. That's from. Yes.
The Boddington boys. But yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
let's go find these guys or whoever.
Yeah. So yeah,
Go,
you make your way down to the little mill there, and I mean, there's nobody outside when you first walk up.
well, I definitely go knock on the door.
Yeah. So when you knock on the door, it opens, and it's sort of this haggard old woman in like a bathrobe, and she's not making any like attempt to really cover herself very well. And
we see the wild gray propositioning a hooker.
you you open the door opens, and she says, "What do you want? We ain't got any right now, all right?"
Okay, well, I was just looking for your boys, I'm guessing.
My boys, who are you?
Yeah. From
One
up,
of the boys.
I'm from uptown.
Uptown.
town.
What
Yeah.
business? What business you got with my boys?
I just need to ask your boys a couple questions. Were they uptown not too long ago?
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know where they are right now. You know how boys can be.
Yeah, I know. Have your boys been messing around with some tar? If you've seen, I know you don't know where they are, but you guys have you happened to see them playing around with tar or anything?
I mean, she looks around, and so as you peer into the door, like there's just sort of like there's tar on the floor, there's tar on the walls.
Okay.
She's like, I mean, I don't know. There's tar everywhere. We manufacture it here.
So you manufacture tar.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, not saying
Listen.
yes.
My husband ain't gonna be back for a while. You like to come in? Your boy can come too.
Ma'am, I don't know what you're propositioning right now, but I mean, it's nice.
Listen, whatever my boys did, maybe we can make it square.
Look. If your boys did it, it's fine. I just want them to clean it up.
Did they skin another cat?
That's terrible. But no. I just want to inquire to see if your boys might have vandalized the statue up there, and I just want them to clean it. That's all, and to tell them to please, kindly don't do that again.
All right. Well, I said they're not here. I mean, they might be around dinner time. I mean, they might be out in the forest, or I don't know. Who knows? Yeah. I mean, let's look. I got some dirt wine in here. You want some dirt wine? I don't like the stuff myself, but like.
I definitely don't want dirt wine.
I yell, bring it! We want it! We want it!
Get it for us.
I definitely don't want dirt wine, but I need to talk to your boys. And you said they're going to be around dinner time, possibly.
Yeah, they always come home for dinner.
I hiss Gray just loud enough so he can hear me. Boo, hiss.
She says, is that your friend back there?
Pooper.
I don't know. I don't hear anyone.
Is that a dwarf?
Some reason.
He got money? That dwarf
Don't
got
hear
money?
a dwarf.
Huh?
Nope. Don't hear a dwarf at all.
Give us your wine or we'll haunt you.
She says, all right, well, I mean, maybe you come back in a couple hours and the boys come home. I don't know.
Okay, I guess I'll come back in a couple hours.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit right here for a couple hours. Actually, me and Simba are gonna fish close enough to see the door and the boys for a couple hours.
Yeah. And she sort of peers out the door to where like Clancy and Gottrin are, and she just kind of like looks in and sort of slips back into the house with the door, leaving the door open.
And now I'm gonna mosey on in.
Gottrin, do you follow?
I follow.
I look over and I go, God damn it, they're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah. You guys walk in and she's just like sitting on the couch, and the bottle of dirt wine sitting on the table.
It is. But your voice.
And this is how you guys found the hag. You're gonna have to fight now. Great
It's
job.
your thing. You deserve it. We'll make it work.
So what does
Maybe.
Clancy do?
Clancy is going to be in propositioning the
Maybe
woman.
Melissa and I might try to figure out how to do this.
She says, so that's a mighty big head you got there.
Well, let me play my
Thanks.
game.
It's not the only
I'm
one.
missing out.
She says, oh, I see, huh? Yes. And your friend there, the dwarf.
Hello.
I'm sorry, Jennifer. Jennifer was talking to me. I apologize.
You.
So what was I
and-
just asked? I'm sorry.
You and Clancy walked into the old woman's house.
Yep.
And so her and Fiamma, or her and Clancy were exchanging some innuendos, and then she looks over at you and says, "So, dwarfy boy."
I'm just interested in your
Asking
wine.
about your penis.
She says, "Yeah,
I just want the wine.
She says, "Oh, help yourself, help yourself." And she says, "I'll find you a glass." She starts looking around, and she just like fiddles around the floor and pulls a, kind of a maybe not the cleanest looking glass out of the floor, and she's kind of like rubs it with her her robe and says, "There you go. Here's you a cup."
I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay, I take it. Oh,
I press the digitation of the cup to be slightly nicer, and then lose the spell.
Okay. She says, "So, you being a dwarf and all, you got some money? You work for the cap and for the royals, huh?"
yeah, I work as an. Sure, why not? I'd steal their money.
She says, "Steal their money? Are you accountant?"
Yes.
She says,
So I take some of the dirt wine, pour it in there, clean the cup with the dirt wine, get some mud, rub it in there, and then put more wine in and start drinking.
She says, I bet the accountant life's pretty lonely, huh?"
Nope, we're busy. I have me and my mud wine friends.
She says,
But wine!
"So, Mr. Bighead, what you got underneath that giant globe there?"
Whatever you want.
She says, "Oh, whatever I want. I think I want a tall, dark, and handsome man. I think that's what I want."
9. It's not quite handsome. But... And I pull off my head.
Yeah.
Mask.
She says, "Oh, that'll do. That will do. Me, oh my. Well, I'm just gonna go slip into something a little nicer, for company, And she leaves and goes into a back room, and you guys just sort of sit there awkwardly in
I'm
a
a-
sort of trashy living room.
I'm gonna lean over to Agatra and be like, I'm going to pump her for information.
I just
After the
nod and
pump.
say, you go for it.
So
I
outside,
kiss my bottle.
Gray, Simba's like, so, what do you think they're doing in there?
I don't care because unfortunately I can still hear them.
He says,
There's some roads you don't travel,
he
son.
says
There's some roads you just don't travel.
that woman was a little strange, Pops.
That woman wanted to have sex with us, son.
Oh, but why would she want to mate with us? Didn't she say she had a husband?
Yeah, I know.
I walk up and start patting Gray on the back and say, Gray's aura, women just can't handle it. And I gently pull off some of his fur and put it
But
in
so,
his
are you, so Gray's out of the house. He's
I'm
outside
outside.
fishing.
I'm way.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm outside
Oh.
fishing.
Oh,
I just
thought
have
he was
really
with
good
us.
No,
hearing.
he never went in.
No, I did not go in there.
So after 2 minutes of vigorous sexual behavior,
Oh,
I'm gonna start questioning her.
did you go back there with her?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So hold on. For 2
Oh.
minutes, Gotrin, you hear some of the most horrendous noises you've ever heard in your entire life.
At one point, she asked me to turn to a horse.
Gray hears them as well, and well,
Yeah. So
I'm just laughing.
you start questioning her. What do you say?
Well, after the lovemaking, I don't light a cigarette. I just put my globe head back on. I'm like, so,
Actually, real quick for me, I need you to roll 2d6 on your dexterity.
What's his dex? Perfect. 9.
Cool. When you're done, she lights a cigarette, and she's like, "If only my husband were that motivated."
Oh. Oh well. So, tell me a little bit about your boys while we're here making pillow talk.
She says, boys will be boys. I got them here. They're 12, 14, and 16, and, they're the light of my life. I'd strangle them if I could. Says, they're wild boys. They're good boys, I think, at heart. But, they get into trouble. Some people don't like them.
You know what keeps young boys out of trouble?
A good woman, I guess.
Or steady work.
We try and put in work. They don't like much making the tar, though.
They might not like making tar, but I'm in need of a few hands anyways. I could maybe help you out.
I mean, I got a few hands right here.
Mm.
She says, you take them, do what you want with them. If they'll go with you, I don't know.
I like the sound of that.
So you guys are in there talking. Gottrin, you're just in there having the time of your life with some dirt wine.
Drinking wine, enjoying it.
Yeah, roll a Constitution roll for me.
I haven't had to roll all night.
And now you got to. Wow.
Boom!
Yeah, you were holding your liquor amazingly, sir. You were just throwing them back, not being affected at all. Gray. So it's some time goes by. Gray, you and somebody there fishing, and a sort of tall, muscular, but once again sort of like dirty and poor looking man starts approaching the building.
Hey, you those boys, Daddy?
He says, "Huh? Who are you?
Boys, Daddy.
What boys?"
Your kids, I'm guessing. I was talking to your wife. Just needed to
What are you
talk
talking
to
about wife for?
Because I'm looking for your boys.
And I'm sorry, why are you looking for how do you what is even going on, sir?
Well, there's been a incident, and not saying your boys did it, but I just want to talk to them to see if they were up the way up there. We've had a little vandalism on a statue up there, and just wanted to have a little chat with your boys.
And what makes you think it's my boys?
Well, I got a pretty good nose, and it's definitely there was tar smeared on the on the statue, and
That don't mean nothing. Centaurs up the road got tar.
I know they got tar. Look, I'm not saying that your boys did it.
It's kind of what it sounds like you're saying.
Well, I guess it is kind of what I'm saying. But, I mean, if they did, they were just having fun playing around, I would just, like for them to just wash it off. That's all.
Look,
It's not.
you bring me proof it was my boys, then I'll make them clean it myself. But until then, you leave my family alone.
Nah, I'm just trying to be reasonable. I'm just trying to have a talk with them. That's it.
Well, you're talking to me.
Yeah, I am talking to you, but I want to talk to your boys.
I just don't see why you need to talk to him. I don't see how you talking to him is gonna solve anything. You know what? I ain't got time for this. I gotta go wash up. And he starts
You
heading
know
towards the
what?
house.
Go ahead and wash up. You have yourself a great time. You go in there and wash up.
So he starts heading towards the door.
This should be good. Hey, Simba, let's stop fishing. Let's turn and look and see this. This is why. Now, listen, Simba. This is why I didn't go in there. I'll fuck her later, just not now. Anyway, so.
So
I'm
he
just
opens.
gonna-
He opens the door. The first thing he sees is you sitting
Go
there,
on.
Gotrin, just like on the couch drinking the wine. And he says, "God dang it, who the F are you?"
Hey, you
I
hear
wink
that?
at him. I just wink at him.
And he says, "What are you doing here? Where's my wife?"
Since I can still hear him, I said, maybe you should check the back room. I just screamed.
So and he's just staring at you, kind of shaking, Gotrin.
Can I hear any of this?
Yeah. I mean, he's yelling pretty loud, so you can definitely hear it.
Cool, I'm gonna transform.
Okay.
Simple, watch this. I'm telling you, this is.
Then I turn into a moose.
All right. Well, hold on. We'll come back to that in a second. Gotrin, he walks up to you, and he goes to sort of like grab you by like the front of the shirt. Do you do anything?
I stand up and look at him very sternly. I
Yeah.
said, "You better think where your hand's about to
Yeah.
go."
Now, also, he's 6 foot tall, so you're definitely looking up at him.
That's fine.
Mm.
And he's
I'm not scared.
he's like, "Stupid dwarf! I'll just kick you and kick you and kick you until there's nothing left."
I headbutt him in the crotch.
Yeah, I mean, roll some attack.
And once again, this is why I didn't do that.
Yeah. You roll the damage, Jesus.
Oh, you're gonna.
So,
kill me.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to like. I'm not trying to kill him. Do I really need to roll for damage? I'm just trying to like incapacitate him.
Yeah.
It's an 8 out of 10, and I'm not going to hurt him anymore. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to kill him.
Yeah, so you headbutt him in the crotch. As you're headbutting him in the crotch, he does like punch down and hit you in the head. But like, it's like at the same time. So as you hit him, he basically he falls to the ground in pain from being headbutted in the crotch. And he's like just a human. So you take 2 damage as he just hits you in the head, which I think is probably nothing. He also goes, "Oh, cheap shot! Oh my god!" He says, "Why? Just get out of my house!" And he's like holding his crotch and pointing at the door and yelling. Do you just stay there?
Yes, I don't move.
I
He's
proceed to
like-
walk out of the back room.
So are you like 100% a moose?
Yeah, except for my head, which is surrounded by a globe.
Well, not the horn sticking out of the globe? No?
Sure.
Yeah?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So, can you roll a dex for me? Just because getting out of the room as a moose was going to take a little bit of grace.
I'm slightly graceful.
Yeah. You get like a horn caught on the door jam for just like a moment as you're trying to shimmy out. He looks over as he's like on the floor rolling, holding himself, and he's like, "What in tarnation is going on here?"
I go, "Arr!"
He
And
says,
like,
"Just
motion to
Beatrice!
Gotcha.
"Beatrice, what are you doing?"
Most things.
I made a mistake, honey.
She's kind of like walks out of the back behind the moose, she says, "Well, if you were at our home, then I wouldn't have to do these things." And he's like, "Woman, somebody's got to make money in this house. I can't just like be here all the time. Every time I step out of this GD house, you always got some weird person or animal in here, and I don't even know." Like,
I shake my globe head and like 4 gold coins fall out.
he's like, "No wonder the boys don't ever want to stay around the house. If I were your son, I wouldn't want to be here either." He's just yelling, and she starts, yelling back like, you can't even find your way out of a paper bag. And so
I'm just gonna casually walk out.
and they're yelling at each other. Gotcha. Do you still hang out in the living room, or are you walking out with?
I hop on Clancy. I hop on Clancy's back as a moose, and Holt puts
Yeah.
the dirt wine in my sack.
He's like, Yeah, that's right. You go on and get. Don't come back here.
I'm gonna moose kick their door so it breaks.
Yeah, sure. Yep, you do it. It happens. And he's like, God damn it! I just replaced that door. And
Proceeds to laugh and moose.
as you walk away, you just hear them yelling and screaming at each other, continually. And about that time, the three boys do come wandering down the path behind Gray and Simba, and they're like laughing and cackling. One's like, "Did you see his face when I crammed it down on the ground? Stupid punk! Yeah, I thought he could disrespect us." And they're kind of going about like that.
Hey, boys.
Huh? Who are you? Says the oldest one.
My name's Gray, and this is Simba.
He says, "Not nice to meet you." And they go to start walking by you.
Hey, kids, have you been up to the town up there?
He looks back. He says, "So what if we have?" And then the youngest one goes, "Yeah, so what if we have?"
You guys been playing with tar up there?
He says, "I don't know. Ain't none of your business."
Yeah, it is.
He says, "Psh, stupid old man. Come on, let's go get some dinner." And they're walking towards the house. And then the middle one says, "They're fighting again." And
I block the door with my massive moose body.
He's like, What? This is the weirdest moose I ever saw. And why is there a dwarf on his back? Hey, stupid dwarf."
I spit some mud wine on him at his feet.
The other one says, "Oh, look, that dwarf's a fountain."
I toss a ball at him and catch, and then I do a flying headbutt at him.
Yeah, roll for
Flying headbutt off the moose.
it. Roll for attacking children.
Yes!
You
You
We're
can
taking
perfectly
out
attack children.
You're taking out teeth.
Yeah.
You're going for teeth.
Jesus, I just wanted to talk. Oh, Simba, what are they doing? This is
Yeah.
why I didn't want anyone coming with
Yeah,
us.
you with your head fly directly at the child's face, knocking out some teeth. You knock the
Yeah,
oldest one down
they
to the
need-
ground.
I pick
And
up his tooth and say, "Let this be a lesson. You be nice to people or you lose teeth."
he's like, "Oh God, stupid dwarf hit me in the face. Let's get him, boys." And then the other two go to encircle you.
Let's just watch this.
and
Just watch this
they,
unfold,
they,
Simba.
they go to jump you. Is Clancy doing anything during this time?
Moose block.
So you can try and get him with your horns or something?
No, I'm just gonna lay down on one. I'm a big ass fucking moose.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, roll. Dex or something. Yeah. So yeah, are you just flopping over on one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like the middle child, youngest child, oldest child.
The youngest child. It's the easiest to pin.
Yeah.
And I'm a stickler for bullying.
Yeah. So as you do flop on him, you pin him to the ground. He has like a pocket knife that he pulls out as you're falling down, and so he does manage to slightly impale you with said pocket knife as you're laying on top of him. Once again, minimal amounts of damage, two whole damage as you're laying on top of him and the knife. So the middle child says, "Timmy's down. The moose fell on him." And the oldest says, "We got to take care of this dwarf first, then we get Timmy." And then he starts to rear back and kick at Gottrin. Gottrin, what are you doing?
I grab his ankle as he tries to kick me, and I try to break it.
Okay.
We're going for it.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
going to
I
learn
mean,
his lesson.
roll. I guess strength.
This is not where I saw this going tonight.
Yeah.
This is
Children need to learn,
Yeah.
and they're not learning.
Yeah.
They're gonna.
So yeah, you grab his ankle.
We're not going to kill them. We're just going to make them learn.
You grab his ankle
gonna send them
and you break it. The middle child jumps on your back. You know, he's slightly taller than you, but he still jumps on your back while you're doing it, and starts like trying to choke you. So he's got you a little entangled, which will sort of hinder your movements while he's on your back. Gray, are you doing anything at this moment?
I'm just gonna walk over there and pick these boys up, in one in each arm. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, roll a strength.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, so
All day.
you snatch up the middle child and the oldest child up in your arms, and they're trying to like wriggle and break free. Like, hey, put us down! Put us down! We ain't.
Chill out. You guys need to calm down. I seen what happened. Yes, they're idiots. I know.
He says, look, our daddy will whoop you.
They owe me some teeth. Your daddy's already down on the ground.
I promise you, likely story. But look, what are you guys doing? Why are you guys so mean?
See, we ain't mean. We just give back what the world gives to us. And they're like wriggling, trying to get free.
Okay. So now that I have
transform
you,
back, still
now,
laying on
now
the
that I
small
have
child.
you guys here, yes, please, Clancy, could you please get off of him? Yeah,
He'll fight
Now-
back.
Look, now that I can talk to you guys, did you guys happen to been playing around with some tar and mark on a statue up there?
He said, so what if we did? What business
Could
of it
you-
yours?
Because it's my statue.
Your statue.
If you
won't
lie,
look-
I'll pull out more teeth.
He says, that statue belongs to those rich people up there in that big old building. You don't look rich.
I'm one of those rich people.
He says, bull crap, prove it.
As I transform back, I just pull out a bag of gold. Just start
Uh,
pouring it on the ground slowly.
They all stop what they're doing. They're just like wide-eyed, and they're like,
Yes. Now, anyway, as I was saying, did you guys do that? I'm not mad. Did you guys do that?
he says, and he looks over at his brother, and he's.
If you were just playing around, it's fine.
Yeah, so one looks over at the other, and the big one says, he kind of like shakes his head, like, you know, and he says, don't kill us.
I'm not going to kill you.
We was just playing, man. We didn't know.
Okay, well, could you just not do it again?
He says, yeah, man, just don't, listen, we didn't mean to upset, like, you rich folk. Don't have us killed.
No, I'm not going to have you killed. Okay, so why do you say you give back to the world what it gives to you? What is the issue here? Why are you guys so unruly?
He says, look, man, when you grow up, you don't know what it's like. You're rich. When you grow up,
I've not always been rich.
yeah, okay, that's what they all say. But like when you grow up
I've
poor,
not
man,
always been
like
rich.
everyone always makes fun of you and dumps on you and like tells you ain't worth nothing. And so when people tell you ain't worth nothing, you should act like you worth nothing.
Okay, so who around here has been telling you you're worth nothing?
He says, everybody, our whole life.
Your whole life. How old are you kids?
He says, old enough.
Okay, whatever. That's fine. You guys have one of the most important jobs in the entire town, and you guys think you're worthless.
He says, we ain't got no job.
Your daddy makes all the tar.
He says, that's what Daddy does. That's not what we do.
Okay, well, guess what? You're tar making boys.
We ain't no grubby tar making boys. That's what our daddy does.
Okay.
Ray, can I interject?
Sure.
How about I hire you boys?
Why would you hire us?
There's a lot of spunk in you, kid. Wait.
They chuckle a bit like he said spunk.
Of course they would.
How about I get y'all trained up to become adventurers and make the big bucks?
He says, adventures, you say? Who's gonna pay us?
Why, anyone that needs help.
He says, we ain't got no weapons or gear. How we gonna be adventurers?
I continue pouring gold out of my bag. I don't think that's a problem here.
He says, why would you do that? But I don't want to be no one's slave.
You don't have to be a slave. but it'd be useful for the town to grow. You see, up the way, what you call the rich neighborhood is actually just a neighborhood of adventurers and some merchants.
Yeah, merchants got all the money too.
That's true. Ever thought about trying to become a merchant? It's not too hard to sell things. Just gotta have a silver tongue.
He says you got to buy things to sell things. Takes money to make money. Everybody knows that.
You're wrong, but nice try.
He says, "All right, let's say we did work for you. What we be doing?"
Well, at first, y'all would just be practicing and getting better. Wouldn't be
Getting
any
better.
real work per se, but I'd make sure y'all are well taken care of.
He says, "All right, we might give it a try."
But in order for this to work, you have to go clean off that statue first.
He says, "I guess we can do that."
Grace?
That's all I want.
He says, "All right, you got a deal." And he spits his hand and he holds it out.
I spit towards my hand, but it lands in my mask and I shake anyways.
He says, "Okay." So the oldest one says, "The little one there, that's Timmy, and he's the youngest one, and that's the middle one there, that's Timbo, and I'm the oldest. I'm Timothy."
Jesus. They really didn't care to name you, but okay.
He says, "What do you mean? We all got different names."
Yeah, you do.
Well,
And our daddy, that's Timberland.
Yeah.
let me guess, your mother is Timbalina.
No. I said it a few minutes ago. What's her name?
Big diff.
Beatrice. Yeah. No, our mama's Beatrice.
Well, I guess it's good you're not keeping it in the family.
All right, now that that's settled, I'm gonna go talk to your daddy.
He says, "Well, I don't know. He's not in a good mood. Sounds like he's yelling at mama."
Yeah, he sounds like he's always yelling at Mama, from according to you guys.
Well, mama always yelling back at him too. See, mama likes to hang out with other men sometimes. Make
That's
daddy
not
mad.
my problem. That's not my problem. That's not what we're here for. Just gonna let him know that you boys now got them yourselves a job.
Okay. Hey, don't tell him that we vandalized that statue. He get real mad.
No. I'll tell him that, that you guys were nice boys and we decided to give you guys a job. Even though I doubt he's gonna fucking believe that, but
I did tell his wife that I was thinking of hiring them.
oh, okay. Well, even better. All
He
right.
says,
In the meantime,
so-
I want to take these guys to meet Johnson.
he says, "So you guys work for that dwarf over there?"
I do not work for anybody.
Oh,
I'm sorry, sir, but we're hetero life mates, thank you.
he says, "Oh, I just I thought the dwarves like owned everything."
No, they don't.
Adventurers.
Not exactly. Not adventurers.
He says, "Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm so sorry for picking a fight with you."
That's fine, but don't you boys are gonna become fine adventurers. Don't become evil adventurers, because I'll send him after you. And I point to Simba.
And Simba's like, "Hey," and they're like, "Oh, okay."
Hey, you want to see a trick?
And the big one says, "I could take him."
You want to see a magic trick?
You say, "Magic? Sure."
Hey, Simba, blow a little fire.
Simba's like, "Are you sure, Pops?"
Don't do the big thing. Just blow a little fire,
He says, "Okay."
like you are right now.
Yeah, okay. And he blows some fire and like, "Oh my god,"
See, you may be able to do that one day. Don't make me send him after you.
He says, "Okay."
Hey, you want to see something really cool?
Sure.
Blow a bigger one, Simba.
Simba's like transform.
Like, no, you
Oh,
should
okay.
be able to do a big one in that.
Okay. Yeah. And somebody's gonna roll for this one.
I feel like this is a terrible idea.
Are any of our ideas good?
No.
Oh no.
That didn't go too well.
He blows a big one. It's super big. It catches the house on fire.
Oh, fucking Jesus.
He's like, oh god, I'm sorry. You said big. And now the house is burning.
Okay, well,
Out come running Timberland and Beatrice. They're like, the house is on fire. It just exploded. What happened?
fucking made out of
I'm gonna
tar.
cast a spell.
It's made out of tar, though. It's gonna burn fast.
Okay.
This is a terrible idea.
14.
Okay, well, maybe this will
I'm
work.
summoning a monster.
Oh, well, guess what? You
Okay.
get to see more magic, kids.
2. So it's not gonna be reckless. And it's gonna have a useful adaptation, and I'm looking for something water-based.
Okay. Do I get to pick the
And now
monster?
you get to describe a monster based on that.
Okay. All right. Cool. So let's see. Water-based. You summon a giant water crab.
Water crab. Spit.
So yeah, this. I can only assume that like
Krabby, I choose you.
the water beside you like starts to bubble and boil, and then suddenly out of it rises this sort of giant emerald green and red crab, rises out of the water and just starts spraying the house down with water, and the boys like fall on the ground, like start backing away, and the two people that just ran out of the house, see this happening, and they're like, "Holy Jesus, the end is coming!" And he's like, "Beatrice, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you." And she's like, "I'm sorry too. I didn't mean to sleep with all those men and the moose and some donkeys and that satyr." And he's like, "Good day, woman." And the crab like douses the house and then just stands there, obviously because you summoned it.
And then I dissipated. Just
Yeah.
spell off.
And then it just like recedes back into the water and disappears.
All right, now that that's over with, so I'm
I've
gonna
solved
talk.
many problems.
All right, so I'm gonna talk to the dad. Hey, so we hired your boys.
He's like, "Oh God, what is happening right now? Did I hit my head? Is this even real? Am I asleep?" He's just like just hitting himself in the head, like punching himself in the head. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
You're definitely awake. So I hired your boys.
He's like, what are you talking about now? Listen,
Remember, I wanted to talk to your boys.
look, I don't care about that right now.
Oh.
What is happening?
Hey. Your house looks doesn't look too good right now.
He's like, yeah, it's because it exploded.
Yeah. Okay. So, look.
And we faithful adventurers helped fix your problem.
Yes.
The boys are.
That
the boys
was
are.
totally random.
The boys are like, "Dad, that guy over there, he made him explode. The one with the red hair." And Simba's like, I'm sorry. Like, I was just trying
It's
to.
my fault. It's my fault. He was trying to show them a magic trick, and it got a little out of control.
He says, magic. That's a little more than just a trick, sir.
Yeah. Oh, well. Look. A lot of people can do magic.
He says, well, not that many, because a lot of them were hunted down. I mean, they're
Well,
out there, but like,
ain't nobody
most people aren't
hunted
doing
me.
it out in the open still.
Look, we're
We are
adventurers.
adventurers.
Look, once
You
again,
keep throwing that word around like it means something.
because we're going to turn your boys into some fine adventuring men.
He says, why would you do that?
Because they will be strong and help protect the homestead. You see, we come from the quote-unquote rich town up the street.
He says, look, I mean, I don't know what you're into, but I'm not selling my boys.
They're
Oh,
not
no, no,
sold.
no, no, no,
They'll
no,
come
no.
back anytime they feel like.
No, 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 no. We are definitely not trying to purchase your children.
He
They'll
says,
receive a salary just like anyone else.
what do you do with my house?
Oh, easy.
I point to the small pile of gold on the ground. That.
And then he like, that?
Also, that tar strong, make the finest tar around.
I make like the only tar around, so sure.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah,
Obviously, we know it's very flammable.
yeah. Well, you're lucky you put it up quickly because it was gonna go up quick.
So, I want you. Matter of fact, this is what I need from you. You already have that pile of gold, so this comes with it. I need you to deliver. I need you to deliver tar up the way towards the Coliseum.
He says, what Coliseum?
You'll find it in the rich town, as you call it.
He says,
Just ask around.
fine. Yeah, how much tar do you need?
Well, how much is all that gold and everything worth for you?
He says,
It's
I
a
mean-
pile of like 50 gold.
yeah. I mean, he's like, I mean, I don't even know what that's worth. I mean, you know, that's so much gold. I've never even seen that much gold in my life. He says, I
Okay. You can't process it, can you? You can't process it.
Imagine someone just like dumped literally like millions of dollars at your feet.
Okay, that's nice and dandy.
High
But
yield Bugatti.
what I want you to do is you need to come home to your wife more. But you make tar for the Coliseum now,
He says, okay, sure.
and anybody else that has to have tar around here, that's free of charge too, because I'm sure that gold is going to pay for everything you need forever.
He says, I
And
mean,
you know what? While we're hiring the family, Beatrice, you want to work at the Coliseum as a whatever the equivalent
Vendor?
of a seller is
of a
for
what?
snacks and drinks,
Okay, yeah, okay.
like at a
Uh,
fucking.
Yeah. A vendor or whatever, yeah. She says, I mean, is there gonna be a lot of people there?
I'm
Oh,
sure there will be a lot of people eventually
A
there.
lot of rich people?
Beatrice, I'm literally making it to where your husband can be home with you a lot more. Stop sleeping with random men.
Oh no, I mean, I was just curious, is all. He says, yeah, I mean, I can work at the Coliseum.
Or whatever. Doesn't matter. Also, I need you. Yes, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That'll work.
She
Might
says,
as well just
that'll
hire
work.
out the whole family.
She says, "Hey, listen. Since you're feeling so helpful, perhaps you could do one more favor for us. I know it's asking a lot. You just gave us all this money. I get it. But you seem like the kind of people that can get things done.
I'm not killing anybody for you.
No.
I might.
See,
He might.
you see, there's another little village just up the river, right? And well, they keep dumping all their waste in the river, and it's making our river, our water down here polluted.
Yep.
So it's not good for drinking or bathing in, and we've asked them to stop nicely, and they just won't stop. Maybe you could go talk to them.
Sure.
What if
Go
you
talk
just a
to
little
him.
village up here?
Yeah.
Wonder what this village has in it.
She's like,
Hey Gray, I've got a good idea. What if we just get the Minotaurs to dig a little pond out into these woods?
We can't just keep contaminating water.
Why?
Because it's also the water that supplies everybody. I don't want water coming up here. Look, there's no telling where that water runs. Actually, can we zoom out?
You want to
Do
see?
we know where that water runs?
This continues on out.
Yeah, I don't really want them to. Yeah, I'm pretty sure eventually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure eventually that the water is going to end up. It could bring diseases and other plagues, and
So it
yeah.
turns that town into India. Gotcha.
And I was just fucking fishing from that that river.
Who fished?
Yeah. So I also don't want that.
Gotcha. What you think?
I'm happy with whatever we want to do. So it's all good to me.
God, I
Don't
love
you guys worry. My plan for the tar and the cages is almost complete. The cages is one thing, the tar is another. Now that I see how flammable it is, all I need is one more piece.
So yeah, I mean, do you guys start making your way up to the other village then?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so you as you're starting up here, you obviously notice this little village is it's got a lot more uniformity to it. It seems to be a lot more well kept than the other village you were in. The houses all look very neat and tidy, at least from the outside that you're walking up to. So you walk up and I guess somebody roll discern realities for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
13.
Yep.
Whew.
I am the most wise.
So you notice the town seems to only have halflings in it.
Midgetville.
And when you guys walk up, you're met by what is almost like a small town militia. There's like 6 halflings that come up, and they seem to be dressed like fairly nice, and they're wearing just like a little bit of chainmail, and they have like some small daggers at their side, and they walk up and they say, well met, travelers. What's your business here?
Care and upkeep of land.
Well, I mean, as you can see, our land is pretty cared for, and the upkeep's pretty nice. So, I mean, there's no need, I don't think.
Well,
Here's in the water.
seems you guys seems like you guys have been dumping your garbage into the river over here.
Garbage?
Trash.
No, we would never dump our garbage in the river.
Can we discern reality to see if we can see the garbage? I mean,
Yeah. So, well, I can just tell you, right? So, like I said, this town is very like spick and span. It's very clean, and you don't see any evidence of garbage. Like, so when they tell you the river is polluted, right? I guess roll discern realities on the river, I suppose. Yeah, we can see what you see in it.
Nothing.
Everything.
Yeah.
there you go.
So, yeah, I mean, there's no like trash in the river. Like, you don't see like, what you call it? You don't see
Floating debris.
Dirt
floating
wine
debris or anything.
bottle.
But
everything.
there is a smell, almost like a sulfur smell coming off of the lake, though.
And it's very
It's
noticeable. Like,
smells
you
like
can smell it.
sulfur.
Yeah. And for some reason, Gray doesn't smell it.
Yeah.
It's too much pine. I don't know.
I tell him, your whole sound smells like a big fart. It smells like dirty ass.
Well, so
Can't
and
smell this?
and it was only like as you were walking like up, right? As you get closer to the town, you don't smell it anymore.
Well, that's because sulfur is a sensitizer. You don't smell it anymore after a little bit.
So
Okay, fair enough.
yeah. So you he says, oh, Well, I mean, we do use, fertilizer for our gardens, and we process that here, and so I mean, there could be some runoff, I suppose.
Really hurting people downriver.
He says, "Well, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I don't see how that's our problem."
I hand him the 4 children's teeth that I pulled out and said, "We can make it your problem."
He says, "By giving us teeth."
Look, I just need you guys to, fix that issue if there is runoff.
He says, "Yeah, you know what? We don't want any trouble. Perhaps you could help us solve the problem. You can see what we got going on, and you can maybe provide an alternate solution."
Sure.
He says, "Okay, great. Yes." And so they lead you further into town, and he says, "You know what? We'll take you to the elder's house, and you can talk to him."
Sure.
Yeah. So they lead you up the way, this house up here, and they get there, and they give like a sequence of knocks on the door, and then they just look at you, and it'll be just a minute, and they wait. And while they're waiting, they're like, "So, do you guys live in that town then, or?" "Yeah, I don't think I've seen you before."
No, we live in what everybody seems to keep calling the rich town.
"Oh, you live up by the guild hall."
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed, meaning we own this land.
Yeah. Well, we do. We actually do pay rent. There's I think there was a fee for using the land.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We talked to the old troll guy, and one of the elders goes and pays some weird metallic bear thing every month.
Yeah, we're just trying to keep everybody happy.
Health and safety is our priority.
He says, "Okay, yeah. I mean, we're certainly we're appreciative. This land is sort of nice and out of the way and free of tyranny." And they kind of look Gottrin up and down.
I can't help the way people think Godfrey.
I just smile at them and I flick some eye crust at them.
You're like, "Yes, well." That's when the door opens, and someone says, "Oh, right this way." He says, "Yes, come on in. You're gonna have to duck a little bit, except for Gottrin. Gray and Clancy will have to duck, and Simba will have to duck some coming in, because the doors are only about 4 foot high."
Jesus. All right. It's better for him to come out.
And yeah, so you get in there, and the chairs are just slightly smaller than normal sized chairs, so you sit in them, but not very well. Or you can choose to stand slightly hunched over. The ceilings are about 5 foot.
Just choose to sit down on the floor. That's probably the best idea.
I stand, no hunch, head tilted as far to the side as possible.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
After a moment, an older-looking halfling with gray hair and a gray beard comes out, and he says, "So, what is it? The men tell me you want to stop us from any air quotes polluting the water?"
I didn't say. I just need you guys to maybe check and make sure you're not having any runoff from your fertilizer, because it seems to possibly be polluting the water in the town down there.
Yes. He says, "Yes. Well, let's go look at our facility then, and then you can decide for yourselves if you think that it's a problem." And then you guys all leave, and he takes you all the way back down this way, and then you get into this building right here, down at the end, and there's a series of locks on it, and he unlocks all of them, and those six guards are still with you too, and he opens the door and he says, "After you."
It's your facility.
He says,
I don't know where I'm going.
He says, "Yes, okay. Wenceslas, you show them in. And one of the guards comes forward. He says, yes, right this way. You walk in. It smells terrible. It's just awful.
Yeah.
And he says, yeah, so this is where we process the fertilizer. We collect it from the townsfolk every week. And
Wait a minute. Where are you there getting the fertilizer from?
yes, well, it's from waste.
All right. Well, yeah. Okay.
He says,
Continue.
nothing goes to waste in our town. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
And they're giant like vats, and he says, yes, we harvest the waste and we put it in here, and then the first thing we have to do is we have to cleanse it of some of the more harmful bacterias, and so we put them in these, and we rinse them down, and so you can see like there's a sort of a looks like a hose coming into the building. It looks like it comes from underground and probably feeding from further up in the river, and so there are these large like vats with screens on them, and underneath it goes to like a drain, and that drain goes somewhere. And he says, yes, and then we mix in some compost and some dirt and create this glorious fertilizer. Our crops are the finest in the land, you'll see.
Now, what kind of filtration system do you have set up behind this grate?
He says, well, it just goes into the to our little our spout here, and well, it goes out into the river.
That is the problem.
He says, well,
So you have no filtration system set up, eh?
well, how would you suggest I filter it?
Okay. Here's what you do. Get yourself a large bucket. I assume y'all have fires in this town, right?
I mean, yes.
Which means you have an excess of charcoal. What do you use that for?
He says, well, we once again, we don't put anything to waste. The charcoal goes in with the compost.
Take some of that and set it aside. Now what you're going to do is you're going to set up a 3-layer system.
Hold on.
Can you just imagine that I go through the system for filtering water?
Can you roll me a spout lore?
Sure.
Really, on your intellect.
Oh.
Clancy doesn't know that much about filtration. Why would he?
Because he is I.
Yeah. So he explained something he heard about one time, but maybe it's not correct. So they're like, I don't see how that will help, but we'll give it a try. And as far as Clancy knows, I guess the issue's solved, maybe?
I mean, I don't know what the fuck Clancy's talking about.
Yeah. Gottrin, do you know anything about filtration? Gottrin, roll me a spout lore. That's on your intellect.
Never use it.
Yep, you are now. Okay. Being a dwarf and living underground, you probably do some filtration. And you know that what Clancy is saying is wrong.
Fair enough.
So the question is, do you interject or do you just let him be wrong?
I tug on a little bit and whisper some of the right things that I know into his ear so he can keep talking and acting like he knows what he knows.
Okay. So after a little consultation and work, Clancy does sort of get out, at least a half-ass working, filtration system design.
And then you get all the big sludge and you burn it. There.
He says,
sound better?
If we burn it, I imagine it would smell just horrible.
You already smell horrible.
Obviously, do it outside of your town's outer limits.
He says, yes, I think we can do that. And you see him sort of look across the water to where the other town is, and he says, I think we can find somewhere to burn it.
If you burn it in that town, I swear to God, I will raise your village to the ground.
Oh, perish the thought. And you see him kind of like look at one of the other halflings. He says, "We'll figure something out though, for sure."
We tell them that you can use it. You can burn it and use the heat to help heat your houses.
He says, I feel as though that would be undesirable."
You run it through pipes so you don't have the smell.
He says, "Well, do you have plans and designs for such a system?"
I would like to try to draw some up.
He says, "Yes, well, dwarves are vulgar all the time, I suppose."
I tell them it works. It's how they do it in the palace.
He says, "Well, we will certainly take all of that under advisement and do what we can."
Not advisement. You guys need to do this.
He says, yes, of course.
As the Board of Health and Safety, we will come and make another inspection at a later date.
Oh God, us three literally just became the health inspectors of the fucking.
A wolf, a dwarf, and a mentally challenged shade.
I feel like this is a bar joke. They walk into a bar.
We walk into a bar and tell halflings how to filter.
They're like, "Okay, well, surely we can make that happen. If that's all, then maybe you'll be on your way then."
Also, in this town,
You hear him sigh.
seems like you guys have did a great job here. Do you got anybody in town that can basically? Well, you know what? You guys seems like you're. Have you? Quick question. Well, it's fertilizer. It's definitely highly flammable.
He says, yes, it is. That's why the walls of this building are all lined in stone."
Okay. Do you guys have some type of? It seems like you're sure to get all this to work. Half of what you guys have. You seem to have some really good engineers. I need to possibly acquire one of your engineers to and some of your fertilizer to make me some items.
He says, what pray tell items are you looking for?"
Bombs.
"Oh heavens, no! Why would we make those?"
I just need
We
you
are
to make.
adventurers.
I just need you to make the outer casings of them.
He says, I can't say that, as our society is not one of violence, that I could condone the creation of such a thing."
What? Who said violence? You see,
Nobody
we go
said
into dark
violence.
caves all
We're
the time,
adventurers.
and occasionally we need to bust out some ore. Explosives definitely do the job.
Don't you have an expert in excavation right here? Pointing at Gottrin.
He's a bartender.
I don't think Gottrin makes explosives.
I look at him and tell him, I say, "There are bad things out there. If you don't at least protect yourself, you don't live." And I hand him some more of the tea.
Well, you know what? That's fine. I would just like to acquire, and I hand him 10 gold. I'm sure this will be suffice for you to deliver some of your finest fertilizer to the Colosseum up the way into the town. Don't worry, I'm sure you have no idea where it is.
I'm gonna lean over to Gottrin and whisper in his ear, "I love the nefarious gray."
This just means I'll never have to buy bombs again. Anyway, because I now have two of the most flammable things in all existence. And now I just need metal casings to forge them in. I'm sure the blacksmith could do it, but he's also not an engineer. Maybe we have goblins. Anyway, but that's all. I just need you to, when there's a shipment and we need it, I would like you to just deliver some fertilizer.
10 gold's out. He's like, this will buy you many years of regular shipments if that's what you're.
That's good. That's all I needed you to hear.
he says, "Well, much obliged. We'll do our best, and
All right.
we'll deliver that regularly to you."
Thank you.
Yes. But please, no violence.
No, absolutely no violence, and take care of this filtration system.
Yes, of course.
Okay, we're gonna go back down here to whatever her name was,
Beatrice.
and Beatrice, and we're gonna tell them that we have handled the problem.
Okay. And she says, "Oh, good. Thank you. Yes. Much obliged. Listen, I'd love to thank you if you wanna come in."
What did we talk about already?
Timur's like, "Woman, no."
No.
She's like, "I'm just inviting him in for dinner."
We've already talked about this. No.
And the boys are like in the back, and they're like wrestling around, and Timberland's like, "You done gathering supplies? Get your tails up there and clean that statue."
Well. Looks like I didn't even have to say a thing.
Yep. And and so that's all that happens there.
Also, do you guys know any fine engineers in town?
His engineers.
Someone to make me dynamite, fire bombs, items of that, because we are adventurers and I need to acquire such things.
He says, "No, I don't think any of the people here are engineers."
All right, I'm sure I'll find it in our town then. I haven't looked there yet.
Yeah. And then, so it would seem as though your business might be concluded in this town.
Yes, for me it is.
Does Gotran or Clancy have any more business to do to attend to here?
Do we, Gotron?
I don't think so.
I think shenaniganery has been completed.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys make your way back up this way.
I'm gonna posit that I tell them to come see me over here, like the next day.
The boys.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They sure they will.
And then I'll tell fucking Johnson, the Minotaur leader, about him, that I want to get him like trained up.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Who better than Minotaurs to imbue strength to people?
Sure. Yeah.
Undead Minotaurs.
That's
Thomas.
I thought Johnson was Thomas. Dang it.
Thomas,
Okay,
yeah. Johnson's the leader of the big group of Minotaurs that I sent over here.
Yeah, and so I mean, we're sort of nearing at the end of our session here. So, unless y'all have any other things.
Nah, I can acquire engineers or fine engineers later, but I'm not acquiring that fucking enchanter.
Just tell me how much like 4 copper ingots and 2 tin ingots from the dude would be.
I mean, like a couple of silver, it'd be pretty. It's paltry.
So is my eyeball being made yet?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's been a couple of days now. So yeah, you we can pause it like when you get back. There's like because it would take if you're having delivery anyways.
That means I could probably ask the person who made his eyeball to make me these bombs.
Well, he's an enchanter, not an engineer. So.
Well, never mind. That's not going to work at all.
Yeah. So when you arrive back at your home, there's a package waiting for you on the front step, and it says Jungle Prime on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, it's in there. It's for Gotran, and you open it up, and there's the eye.
Awesome. So I put it in, and does it give me an infrared spectrum like I was hoping?
Yeah. So yeah, you pop it in, and you definitely get the infrared spectrum. Although you see both regular and infrared at the same time for using both eyes. So it's definitely like.
So I put the flap down so that way I can
put the eye patch on.
figure out when put the eye patch back on.
And so yeah, that'll
let me make that note.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, they're in for something when they come back. Gray has now acquired some of the most flammable things. And
yeah, I mean, you only need maybe some like nitroglycerin, and then you got some serious stuff on your hands.
Yep.
So,
When all else fails, pull out the bombs.
so, yep. All right, cool. Well, thanks for playing, guys.
I did not know I would acquire bomb material today, but I'm glad I did.
I didn't know either.
I was like, you know what? This seems flammable. This seems flammable. I did not think if you wouldn't have gave me the fertilizer, it wouldn't be as flammable.
Yeah.
Now it is.
Yes, now it's going to be just downright dangerous.
Yes.
So, all right, cool. Well, I had fun. It was good.
Yeah,
That was a good session.
that was a thing.
It's always good to take out some children's teeth for the tooth fairy. Just help them
Took
out.
out some children's teeth and still got them to come help
Yeah,
us.
I mean, somebody had some adult shenanigans, and somebody attacked children, and somebody acquired explosives. So,
Fucked a wife, attacked kids, hired the whole family.
yeah.
Oh, the whims of the rich.
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That is pretty much what happened.
So,
And we're now self-proclaimed health inspectors.
We literally just acquired, we basically just fixed everything with money.
I mean,
It's
You're-
what we do.
you're you might not be as rich as Rave Damsey, but you know.
He made all his money from investing in parties.
Yes, and although he's not as rich as the richest troll in all of the continent, Milan Tusk. So
Oh my gosh. I can't right now.
He's currently working on star travel.
yeah, well, he's trying to fly above the sky. He thinks there's things beyond the sky, and he's trying to reach them.
Silly man.
Troll.
Silly troll man.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, well, you guys have a good night.
All right.
Night.
All right, later.
Later.